So you are awake again, or still, it does not matter which. This is only a quiet place to rest a while, for a night that keeps getting broken into pieces. There is nothing here to follow, nothing to picture, nothing to work at, nothing you have to keep hold of. I am going to talk slowly, and you can let the words carry you back down whenever they want to. And if nights like this one help you rest, you are warmly invited to subscribe. Not now, perhaps tomorrow, when you are awake and it costs you nothing at all. For now, there is nothing you need to do. There is no start you have missed here, no beginning you were supposed to catch. Whether this is the first time you have laid down tonight, or the second, or the third time your eyes have opened in the dark, you can begin from exactly where you are. There is nothing to catch up on, nothing to get right. However you found your way to this moment, however the gap opened up, you are here now, and that is enough. You know the shape of this kind of night, the getting up and the getting back in, the sheets gone cool on the side you left, the particular tiredness of having been asleep and then not, the way a room feels slightly flat when you have already been awake in it once tonight, like a place you have visited before and did not mean to visit again. And there is that odd few minutes after you lie back down, where your body is horizontal, but has not really believed it yet, still half upright somewhere inside, still holding the shape of being up. That settles on its own, given a little time and nothing to do. It is already starting to. I am not going to ask what wakes you. It does not matter here, and it is not mine to know. Whatever it is not a problem we are going to solve tonight, and it does not need solving before you are allowed to rest. So let yourself get comfortable, however comfortable is available. Let the bed take the whole weight of you, not some of it, all of it. Let your head be heavy on the pillow. Let your eyes close if they are not closed already, and let the next breath out be a little longer than the one before it. There is a quiet belief that runs underneath a night like this one, and most people never say it out loud. It is the belief that sleep only counts if it comes in one long, unbroken piece, that if it fractures, the pieces are somehow wasted, that a short sleep is a failed long one and has to be finished to be worth anything. So an hour and a half feels like nothing. 2 hours feels like nothing. and the whole night gets quietly written off as lost at 1 in the morning, while it is still going on, while there are still hours of it left to be in. But that is not how it works. Whatever rest comes now, however brief it might turn out to be, it counts. It does not have to be completed to have been worth having. It is not a draft of something that never got finished. It is just sleep, and it was real, and nothing about it gets taken back because you opened your eyes. The sleep you have already had tonight is still yours. It did not get returned when you woke up. It stays with you, and whatever comes next is yours too. All of it counts. You are not behind. There is nothing to make up. Nobody is keeping score of how many pieces the night came in, and there is no version of tonight you are failing to live up to. Tonight is not a thing that can be failed at. I am not going to tell you it is just as good, or that you will feel fine in the morning. I do not know that, and you would not believe me, and you would lie here checking it instead of resting. What I can tell you is true, and much smaller than that. Whatever you get is yours. It counts, and treating it as worthless while it is still happening is the one part of all this that is genuinely optional. And while we are setting things down, you can put down the idea that you have to be gracious about this. You are allowed to be tired of it. You are allowed to have felt something less than lovely when your eyes opened. Being a bit fed up in the small hours does not mean you are doing this badly, and it does not need to be fixed or apologized for or talked yourself out of before you are permitted to sleep. Nobody is grading your attitude at this hour. It is the middle of the night, and being fed up in the middle of the night is one of the most ordinary things a person can be. Let it just sit there, unargued with, the way you would let weather be there. It can be true, and you can still rest. Those two things have never actually been in conflict. Now, there is something you have been doing all night underneath everything else, and I would like to take some of it off you. You have been keeping a watch, half listening, bracing, rehearsing what to do next, and how quickly, and in what order, holding yourself ready, lying here with one ear open, as if the listening needs you to be awake in order to work. But here is the thing, the part of you that will hear, the part that comes up out of nowhere when it is needed, that part runs on its own. You do not operate it. You never have. It does not switch off because you fell asleep. It does not need your attention to hold it open. It has woken you every single time so far out of deep sleep without being asked, without any preparation from you at all. It hears in its own way, on its own time, and it always has. Think about that for a second, and then let it go. Every single time. Not once has it needed you lying here awake, helping it. It has never asked you for a thing. That part can be trusted completely. It needs nothing from you. And then there is the other half, the bracing on top, the rehearsing, the going over it in advance, the listening you are doing on purpose with the awake part of you in case the automatic part somehow misses it. That half is not listening. That is the thing worth knowing. It does not make you any quicker. It does not make anything go better. It has never once caught something the other part would have slept through. All it does is take the gap between one waking and the next and fill it up with work. So you can set that half down, not the hearing, just the holding. You are not going off duty. I am not asking you to stop being available, and I would not, because you cannot, and you should not have to pretend otherwise for the length of a recording. You will hear. You always do. You will get up if you are needed, exactly as you have every other time. You are only allowed to stop guarding the door with your attention while it is quiet. The door does not need somebody standing at it. It never did. Let that be a real thing you put down, and notice what comes loose when you do. Your shoulders, probably, which have been up somewhere near your ears. Your jaw, your hands, the breath you have been holding, a little short, high in the chest, ready. Let that one go all the way out. There is no hurry about any of this either. When a night is already in pieces, falling asleep starts to feel urgent. The gap is short, so it feels like it has to be used properly, like it is a thing you could waste, so you push at it. And pushing at sleep is the one approach that has never worked for anybody, ever. It turns the last quiet part of the night into an effort, and then, lying here, stops counting as resting and starts counting as failing. So let the urgency out of it. Being awake for a while is allowed. It does not have to be corrected. Lying here, warm, still, with your eyes closed and nothing being asked of you, that is already the useful thing, whether or not it turns into sleep. And it does not stop being useful just because you are still awake at the end of this sentence. And we are not going to do the arithmetic. You know the sum, I mean. The one where you work out what you would get if you dropped off right now, and then updated, and then updated again. That sum has never once helped anybody sleep. It only ever turns a quiet gap into a race against a number. So we are simply not going to have it here. The amount of night left is not the subject tonight. It is not going to come up. If the thought arrives on its own, that is all right. You do not have to argue with it. Just let it go the way you would let go of any other thought at this hour, without following it anywhere. You do not have to remember any of this either. None of it is going to be needed later. If you drift off somewhere in the middle of a sentence and never hear the end of it, that is not you missing something. That is the whole point of it. That is the thing working. And nothing about tomorrow has to be worked out tonight. Not how long you can keep going like this. Not what you might change, or whether anything can be changed, or what tomorrow will be like if it turns out to be a hard one. Those thoughts come looking for you at exactly this hour, and they always arrive sounding urgent, as though they could be settled right now if you just stayed with them a little longer. They cannot. Not from here. Not at this hour. Not by you lying in the dark, thinking harder at them. None of that is due tonight. Whatever needs looking at will still be there in the daylight, and you will be better able to look at it having actually slept. So they can be set down, not answered, just set down for a few hours. Let the night narrow down now to just this room, just this bed, just this body, just the dark and the quiet and the weight of the blanket over you, and the slow, small movement of your own breathing. Everything that might happen is somewhere else. It is later. It is in another room, or another hour, or a moment that has not arrived and may not. None of it is here. Nothing in this room is asking anything of you right now. Let your shoulders come further down from where they have been holding, all the way down. Let your jaw soften and your tongue rest easy behind your teeth. Let the space between your eyebrows go smooth. Let your hands lie heavy wherever they have ended up, palms soft, fingers loose and slightly curled, not holding anything. Let your arms be heavy. Let your legs be heavy, all the way down through the knees and the ankles and the feet. Let your back give its weight to the mattress instead of holding some of itself up the way it has been doing for hours without you noticing. You've been half braced most of the night. You can come off guard now. Not off duty, off guard. And feel how the bed is actually holding you. It does not need any help. It has been doing that the whole time, patiently, whether or not you were letting it. You can hand over a little more of your weight than you currently are. There is always a little more. And when your attention drifts out to the rest of the house, or forward to the next time, and it will, that is completely fine. That is just what a mind does in the dark. You do not have to catch it, or scold it, or start again. Just let it come back gently to the weight of your body and the warmth and the dark, as many times as it goes. It costs nothing to come back. Let your thoughts get simpler now. Let them slow down and lose their edges. There is nothing to sort out, nothing to prepare. The next time will come when it comes, and you will hear it, and you will do whatever needs doing then. And none of that has to be worked out in advance. This counts. None of it is wasted. And if you are woken again, that is all right. You can come back to this. Nothing will be lost, and nothing will have to be started over. It will all still be here, just like this. The quiet will be here. You would only be picking it up where you left it, however many times it takes. There is no hurry. You will hear if you are needed. You do not have to hold it open. Let your breathing find its own pace now. A long breath in, a longer one out. Let your body sink a little further into the surface underneath you. Let your face soften. Let your mind go wherever it wants, or nowhere at all. You do not have to keep it going, or steady it, or make it deep. It knows what it is doing. It has been doing it all night while you were busy listening. Just let it be slow, and let each one out be a little longer than it needs to be, and let the pause at the end of it get comfortable. And there is warmth here, under the blanket, along your back, wherever your body meets the bed. Let yourself notice it, and then let even the noticing go soft, heavy and warm and quiet. This counts. It all counts. There is nothing to hurry. You will hear. Nothing to hold open. Rest now, for however long it lasts. Rest.